Okay, so at the very top, it talks about a common logarithm. I don't know if you've noticed, but there is a log button on your calculator. And the thing about your calculator is it won't tell, like, you can't figure out like these problems where you have a base of 3 or a base of 7, 12, whatever. That log button is a common logarithm, which is a base of 10. Okay, so anytime you see log base of 10 of x, it's the same thing as just log of x. So 10 is kind of like an understood base. You know how we have sneaky ones that is just kind of an understood one? With logs, the base is 10. So vice versa. If you see a log without a base written really little next to it, it's a base of 10. Okay, so write that at the top. Log base of 10 of x is the same thing as log of x. Okay, they're not going to tell you that it's a base of 10. If it's a different base, then yeah, they'll tell you base of 3, base of 4, whatever. But if it's a base of 10, a lot of times they don't write it. Okay, so now we're going to solve some logarithms. And the calculator will help you out with this. There's not really algebra work today. So let's look at 13. We need to change it to exponential form first. So remember, start with your base. So we have 7. And we don't know what that exponent is because we don't know what this equals. So you can put an X, you can put a question mark, whatever. But 7 to the what equals, keep going counterclockwise, 49. That's what we need to figure out. Okay, so 7 to the what gives me 49. And if you're not sure, you can just punch it in your calculator. Put in 7 to the second power, 7 to the third power, 7 to the fourth, and see what gives you 49. And 7 squared gives you 49. So this is what I want to see. I want to see you rewrite it, and I want to see what the exponent would be. So that's what you're going to figure out. So let's look at 14. We have to write it in exponential form. So start with our base. We have a base of 3 to, we don't know what power, and that's going to give us 27. So I'm just moving counterclockwise here. So 3 to the what gives me 27. And like I said, use your calculator. Guess and check. 3 squared, 3 cubed. Okay, and it is 3 cubed equals 27. Okay. Number 15, this is what I was talking about just a second ago. I don't have a base. You see that? So this is an automatic base of 10 here. So in exponential form, I'm going to have 10 to the, I don't know what, equals 100. So 10 to the what gives me 100. It's going to be squared. So 10 to the second power. 16, 12 to the what gives me 1. Okay. I'll let you try this one. Hopefully you guys remember anything to the 0 power gives us 1. You're going to have to remember these laws of exponents. Okay, they aren't going away. So 12 to the 0 power gives me 1. Alright, 17, 2 to the what power gives me 64. So guess and check on your calculator if you're not sure. You should get 2 to the 6th. 18, I'm going to work counterclockwise here. So 3 to the what gives me 243. Okay, guess and check in your calculator. 3 to the what equals 243? 3 squared, 3 cubed, 3 to the 4th. Should get 3 to the 5th power. Okay, 19, we're almost done. 9 to the what gives me 1 over 81. Okay, we've kind of talked about this before, and we definitely talked about it with laws of exponents. See how the 81 is flipped to the denominator? Okay, if you have something that is flipped like that, okay, you know you're going to have a negative exponent. Negative exponents is what makes it flip. So this is going to be 9 to the negative something. Okay, and how would you get 81 with a base of 9? 9 squared gives you 81. So this would be 9 to the negative 2. And you can check it. Put in 9 caret negative 2, and it should give you this decimal. Press math enter, and it'll come up with 1 over 81. So you can check yourself. But you do need to know, you're going to have to think, because if you have that fraction, you're going to need to know that that fraction means there's a negative exponent. Okay. Alright, number 20, 64 to the what gives me 4. This one's a little bit tough. 64 to the what gives me 4. Okay, so you see how this base here is bigger than the base over there. That's going to tell you you're going to need a rational exponent, and we've gone over rational exponents before. This should be 1/3. 64 to the 1/3 power gives me 4. I'm not too concerned about if y'all can do those right now or not, because we're going to learn ways to solve logarithmic functions to where it's not like you have to have this stuff memorized with the rational exponents. The thing I do want you to remember, like I said, is negative exponents will flip. And you're going to have to know how to change from logarithmic to exponential. Okay. On your worksheet today, let's see. On your worksheet, you're going to go through these. A lot of these are just rewriting it, so it's going to be really quick. It needs to be really quick. You're going to skip the last section, and on the next to last section, you're going to do odds only. And this up will tell you, she has a note. So go kind of quick, especially on the rewriting ones. That should go quick. And then you'll have some where you have to do these. And actually, I changed my mind. On the next last section, you're going to skip 27 and 29. Okay, so let me try to make this easier. There is a section that is, let's see, 21 through 30. On the section that is 21 through 30, all you're going to do from this section is 21, 23, and 25. Okay, you're only going to do 3 problems from that section where you're evaluating. And let me move it to where you can see that. You're only going to do 21, 23, and 25. Okay. Alright, and y'all have a good day.